Hey Mum, it's been a while. I felt inspired to give this another go, but this time I'm actually recording on a real Switch. Yeah, on a real Switch. So, yeah. Shouldn't look about the same as what it did before, but maybe not quite as nice when I had all the fancy upscaling when I was running on PC. So I've got a couch set up at the moment. It's a little awkward, but hopefully it works. I'm recording using my Mac actually, so let's see how well this goes. So this is just Breath of the Wild. I know you're still not a fan of Tears of the Kingdom, which is fair, but yeah, thought it's been a few years. I thought I'd been wanting to play this again, so I thought let's give this a go. Let's use real hardware this time. How many times do you think you've seen this intro, Mum? I know you've replayed the start of the game quite a few times. Do you know this whole area off by heart, I wonder? Do you know where to find all the Koroks? I don't know where to find all the Koroks. I remember some of the secrets, but I'm sure there are many more that I don't know about. I wasn't going to try and do too many tricks. I was just going to play the game normally. Didn't really have a challenge in mind anyway.
Wake up, Link.
Gotta wake up. There's a way of skipping this. That's okay. It's almost done. It's not very long. Maybe the first thing I should do once I get off the plateau is find a horse. I hear that you're a big fan of horses. Should take a photo of what my setup looks like. Not doing anything else with my hands. There we go. I'll send that to you. Alright, so we have awakened the Shrine of Resurrection. It's very dark and smoky. Alright, let's remember how to play a Zelda. Alright. I remember being so amazed by all the little sound effects and there's
Take it.
voice acting.
It will help guide you after your long slumber.
So many things that just weren't present in previous Zelda games. Even the fact that you could jump. I feel like I remember running around just jumping a lot. Because again, there wasn't a button for jumping in previous Zelda games. It was always just, you walk to the edge of a cliff and Link would just automatically jump if you try to run off. Alright, let's go. Whoa. Doesn't feel like it's been a while since I've played. I'm also playing using your Pro controller that you gave me, so. Alright, let's put on some clothes. Actually, will that come up? It just says a switch. Thought it might show if it was a Pro controller or not.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
Show me the way. I do kind of wish they explained at all the difference between Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Like, what happened to all the Sheikah tech? You see some of it for the towers in Tears of the Kingdom, but that's kind of it. What happened to even the tablets? Yeah. There's been some seen some discussions online
Link,
that have been about
you are the light
how Tears of the
Our
Kingdom
light.
is almost like a...
that must shine upon Hyrule once again.
It's not a direct sequel, it's almost like a side
Now
sequel.
go.
Like, for the most part, the games almost aren't connected. Like, they are sort of connected, like, linearly in time. Tears of the Kingdom definitely happens after Breath of the Wild. But it doesn't have that same feeling, because like a lot of the mechanics are all different. You don't have the Sheikah slate. like how weapons work is different, all this sort of stuff that makes it a different game, but it's all still very same. So I almost feel like two parallel games in a way, except for the fact that, you know, you hopefully super defeat Ganon at the end of Tears of the Kingdom, as opposed to already kind of defeating Ganon at the end of this one. Still looks good. This game is... How old is this game now? I'm gonna look it up. I think it's like 8 years at this point. Oh, less than 8 years. 7 years. 7 years. Wow. Do I need a stick? I don't need a stick. But I do need some mushrooms. Sort of very quiet atmosphere. We're just going around picking up items. It was quite a time. There's bugs. Let's get the bugs. Yes, by crouching. Got a bladed rhino beetle. Another one. And a hightail, is it? Well, this stick. I like this stick more. I'll take this one. Yep. Alright. Is there anything else over here? More mushrooms. It's a good look. Still very bright and colourful. Although I do remember you saying that you didn't like the look of this game initially, because there are definitely some parts that look a little more drab. So, mid-air apples. 2 mid-air apples. Hello. His beard is so... It's something. Who are you? He's an old man. He's an old fool. And I am a bright-eyed young man. Alright, see you later. I will do as I like. I missed the lizard. This one. And the whistle. Bird noises. I remember the first time you encountered the bokoblin here. You kind of just stood looking at him going, I don't know what to do with this guy. First flurry rush. And then I can steal the stick. And then I can give the stick back to him. Alright. Easy. I did say I wouldn't do any tricks, wouldn't I? Ah, it wasn't that tricky. That's pretty basic. So, I do think I prefer Breath of the Wild overall to Tears of the Kingdom. But, you know, you still get interrupted once.
Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Will do, Zelda-oo. Yeah, I think I still prefer Breath of the Wild overall to Tears of the Kingdom. But that doesn't mean I dislike Tears of the Kingdom. And I appreciate them trying all these different things out. But I am looking forward to potentially for the next game to not be in this same world. But if that is the case, I think as long as they mix things up, it'll be okay. Like, it's clearly a pretty expansive world. And like all the games are, in theory, most of them are all set in Hyrule. You know, they're all set in the same world, just at, in theory, different times. So the world and the land is pretty dramatically different, but it's a lot of the same key players. You know, you've always got your Zoras, your Gorons, other people. You didn't always have Rita, and the Zoras weren't always your friend. So I guess that's not always the case, but yeah, things change. But yeah, I think this was a major departure for Nintendo in the Zelda games, which I do appreciate, but I think it would be nice for them to mix things up again, You know? How long? So it's been 7 years. We've had 7 years of this world. Because there's also technically Age of Calamity, which was another game set in the same universe, but totally different mechanics. I don't think you'd like it. Yeah, got a bow. I also remember being kind of amazed at this point for getting... Can this break things? It can break things. I remember being amazed at this point that you just get a bow. In pretty much every other Zelda game, like, getting a bow, for the most part in most Zelda games, getting a bow is like a mid-game item. It was something that you probably got after playing for like maybe 10 hours or something, or more. It was like, it was a big deal. The bow opened up so many things. And here it's like, you can get a bow within the first... How long have we been? 10 minutes! I had to really look for where the timer was. Got my Mac open. Let's get some new pants. I don't have Paragon. Let's get some new pants. Oh, don't have a thing. Jump. But you can't hide. Let's get some pants. I wonder why there was just pants here. I've always wondered if there's actually secretly another part of the Hyrule. Just put them on. Nope, not that button. This button. If there was more of the Hylian outfit hiding on the Great Plateau. But I haven't heard anyone talking about it, and I've not actually bothered to look it up. There's eggs up there. Stuff down there. Yeah, let's just go to the tower, I think, which is hiding behind some rocks. No, I don't want to use the explosives. It's what I always do at this point. You know, just keep things simple. And then you run away when they use the explosives. Oh, I still got hit. Well, that was a bit rude of you. Lost a whole heart. Got some seared steak. Yeah, part of me wanted to be like, oh, could I fuse that to something? No, wrong game. There are burgers up there, but can I get this butterfly? I got the butterfly. Can I get that burger? I got both of the burgers. Alright. That wasn't a trick shot, man. You might be thinking that, but that was just luck. Oh, see? Didn't get him that time. Wasted a few arrows. But wait, there are arrows just like lying around here. I do like the little bit of a in-universe... I should probably pick up those burger bows. I probably won't need them, but I don't know. I do like the in-universe stuff of just like things lying around, and in theory the bokoblins just messing around with a bow and arrow that they have. You get a few extra free arrows. I mean, most of them are free, really. What is the capitalistic system here like? But now we get a sword. Like a real sword, not a rusted sword. Or a decayed sword. Means we can get rid of it. But not a very good shield. Yeah. Can I get these butterflies? Will the butterflies be scared by the tower emerging? Which means you should get them now. That's too far. What's this tower? To the tower. How did the tower get like this? It was already like half exposed. They don't give you a way of exploring the rest of the world to know, like, are the other towers in a similar state of just like partially exposed? Or is it only this one because it's on the plateau and in theory nobody else lives there? Except for an old man who was a fool. don't know if you've ever gone on to learn about other open world games that are similar to Zelda Breath of the Wild, but having a map where you have to go to towers to unlock, not even unlock, reveal parts of the map is a very common thing that I think has fallen a little bit out of favor. Still probably pretty common, but I remember that was a big thing for a long time, to the point where this mechanic of towers and map revealing was getting a bit worn out by the stage that even Breath of the Wild came out. But Breath of the Wild handled it in just a very simple and not intrusive way, because you didn't have to do them. Some games kind of made it that like getting the tower was required to advance the game, but when you did, it didn't just reveal the map. You would then have a ton of icons. It could be like 10 to 50 icons on the map telling you where all the things were, and basically just giving you a huge long checklist of things to mark off, of which people were rightly pointing out that it felt like a lot of busy work. And then Zelda just came along, Breath of the Wild, kept it simple of, you go here, you get the map. There's no markers put on there until you get close to them.
You have been asleep.
I've been asleep.
For the past 100 years.
He does love to sleep. We learned two things about him. He sleeps, he
When
eats,
the beast
he
regains
fights.
its true power,
That's 3 things.
this world will face its end.
I always wondered if they would go back and like do some sort of retroactive thing to, I don't know, tie this game even more to Tears of the Kingdom. I don't believe they have.
Now then, you must hurry, Link,
Not that I really want them to be retroactively modifying games unless there's a real
before it's too late.
good reason to, but I feel like that could be interesting. Well, I kind of forgot how long this starting sequence could be. Let's see if we get to horses. Let's calm down. Oop. It's fine. It does spiral down in one direction, yeah? Yeah. Oop. Pretty sure I remember struggling to not fall through these when I first played. Don't 100% know what I was doing, but I was doing something wrong. Foolish old man. It's got the little, almost like royal theme hidden in there, like they're telling us right from the get-go. Is awake. I heard a voice. A voice. No option to say yes? Because I did. It was Zelda. Got the shrines in between, just to the top right of Link's head there. And kind of got all this stuff just sort of, in plain sight. But like, they are all there. You can see towers off to the left. Can you see any other towers in this shot? There's Death Mountain off to the right. Oh, there is another tower. I can see it in between the castle. Oh, there's 2 other towers on the left as well. You can see like 4 towers in this shot. Yeah, they're just there. The world has now changed already, which is pretty cool.
Oh.
I do intend to go to the castle. Right now. Oh, there's cliffs. The hero of Hyrule has been thwarted by cliffs. Hand it over, foolish man. Alright. He needs some sleeping treasure. Was I considered sleeping treasure? I wonder. I don't know if he would appreciate me suggesting I for myself. Alright. That's right, I gotta wait for him to walk over here. Aha. I should learn about this before he tells me. Listen to the old man walk. I said, look at the book holes.
Oh.
I did see it. Yes, thank you for pointing it out. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Think you might have something. Remember when I first saw this? I don't remember if I fully noticed it moving or not. I mean, I must have. It's moving pretty obviously right now. But I remember putting a pin on it and just being like, yeah, I guess I'll check that out later. And then, you know, you wait a few seconds and then look back and the pin is already just like floating in the air. And you're like, oh. Look back hours later in the game and you're just like, why do I have a pin just like floating in the air? There's so many mysteries at the start of the game. It did a very good job at like not telling you too much. Just letting you discover things. Like, you know, ancient screws. What is it for? What do they do? Why does a big old robot have a single screw? How did they make it work with one? There's so many mysteries. And now it's way off. Not even close. Yeah, very confusing to look back on. Oh, that's just a particle effect. There's no sky islands. Nothing above. Nothing below. Oh man, washroom. I'll skip this. Did I need to skip it? Well, it's too late, man. It's been skipped. I'll keep one in. How about that? Just for fun. Hopefully. And hopefully all the recording is still working well. It looks like it is. He offers a trial. All the little sound effects, the little pitter-patters, the feet, the lighting in here, the particle effects. It's all very well done. And again, it's weird to think that the Switch and the hardware that it runs is, let's say, was not considered state-of-the-art at the time when the Switch came out like 8 years ago, 7 years ago. And I think it would be comparable to a pretty low-end smartphone these days. But yeah, the things that it does, when you build software dedicated for it, it runs pretty good. It looks pretty good. You can move boxes with it. I do like... It's a thing that I didn't notice first few times playing, but like... Unlocking a terminal usually would unlock more music. And I'm pretty sure there was no music when we came in. And now there is music. Good. Remember, could you drop this just straight on it? I think if you give it a little bit of forward movement. Boom! Didn't even see it coming. This one was made of a single spring. Again, very impressive work. Now, I said I wouldn't do tricks, but I want to do one trick. Pretty sure you... How does this work again? Yeah, you can jump and then do a... Hey, see? Shield surf. You jump, shield surf, and then you destroy your shield. It's great. That I remember being very happy to find that. Let's put this chest right here and get... Was it amber? Was it a bow? It was a bow. It was one of the two. Is this an ancient screw? This thing right here? Ooh. It looks like it. Another old man. A non-foolish old man, perhaps? It was cool to see architecture, maybe not full architecture, but like some similar design works when we were in Japan, even this year, because we went to a lot of old temples, and like obviously the temples themselves didn't have that, but I feel like they had like some artifacts and like references to some of this really old architecture. I can't remember exactly if it was actually to do with like another group of people who were living in Japan, who maybe even predated them. I can't remember now. Definitely am not an expert on Japanese history at all, let alone ancient Japanese history. But yeah, it is kind of cool just to see that like some of these things, like clearly the unusual architecture and design work in Breath of the Wild is indeed influenced by real world things. Oh, Spirit Orb. Okay. So if Zelda is the goddess, does that just mean should Zelda smile down on me? Is Zelda not the goddess reincarnated? That came up in a different game. I wonder if that's... I don't know how that exactly works.
Oh!
Oh, hey. Oh, where did you come from? I did. How did you know? Clairvoyance. The thing that I assume all people unlock. Alright. Paraguide up, please. Oh, he hasn't finished speaking. Sorry, old man. Oh, a chest appears. Was that there before? Don't think so. I have to do what now? Alright. He wants treasure. Go with it. Yeah, go with it. Alright. He minds my eagerness. Pretty sure I have just run across here and climbed up the tower, and he still doesn't appear there. It's like you have to do a fast travel. You have to use the fast travel to get there. Yeah, but there's a box that says X on it, and it's got rubies in it. What about this box? What have you got? A single arrow. That seems worth it. Big old metal crate to hold a single arrow. Alright, I don't need to break that open. And they gave me all these things to grab. Oh, this one has amber. Yeah, I should have known. What have you got? Is it an opal? It's an opal. I have more or less played this too often. I do really like the water in this. It's like not a very complex water. It's just very effective. Alright, let's break some more boxes. Go do some other secrets over here, and then we can go magic our way to a tower. The real magic is how does this food stay good? Surely it's been sitting there for a long time? I guess unless it's supposed to be like bokoblin food? How does a bokoblin open one of these boxes though? Anyway, let's get these chests over here, shall we? I think there's also like two Koroks hiding out here too. One under there, and then another one just there. First try. Whoops. Alright. First time. It's fine, I didn't fall. I did miss fire arrows. Like, I think it was neat that you could fuse fire arrows and like ice arrows and all of that in Tears of the Kingdom, but I did miss the simplicity of just what Breath of the Wild offered. And I feel like there could have been a more elegant way of handling the two systems. Because I also did like that you could just fuse other things and get other effects. But it did seem like there must have been a way to like repeat use, or not even pre-make them ahead of time, but just like some way of filtering it down and just being like, I made a fire arrow using something. What was it? Fire fruit. I made a fire arrow using fire fruit. I just want to keep shooting those. I don't want to have to pull out the menu and do a fuse. Even though they did make it a bit easier because it was always showing you the previous one. It was just never quite as simple. All right, let's turn to blue. I like how it's implied that in theory that like somehow the Sheikah tablet itself, I guess, also works with the. Is it the Sheikah tablet that does the transporting, or is it the towers and the shrines that do the transporting? Like, is the Sheikah tablet just telling the tower to transport you, or what? Like, how does this work, old man? Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Could you tell me how this whole system works? I'd like to know. Because if you can transport me, can you transport other things? Because I just summon items? You know, if I leave a bunch of chests in my house, could I just summon? I don't think he's going to tell me. I don't know if I actually need to do pins, but it feels wrong not to. Oh, gotta get the one over there. And then the icy one over there. It is interesting how much, when you narrow down your field of view, how two things that are probably quite different, like that green one's there, and that one's there, how those two things are quite a ways apart, and yet they looked not that different. It's just cameras being cameras. Alright, now I gotta walk down again. Jeez. Okay, yep. Definitely the safest way to get down. Who actually built this? I've already forgotten the name. Oh, I guess it was just ancient Sheikah. How did Sheikah get around this? They built these towers and then like no good way of getting up and down them? That's just poor design work. Alright. Oh, I don't have the barrel guard. I used to waste that. And now I'm slow. Yeah, it's tired. Oh, I'm fine. He recovers very quick, Link. But yeah, speaking of new games and all that, I feel like there's some very vague hints that there could be a new Zelda game, and that maybe even you could play as Zelda. But that's what they said about Tears of the Kingdom, and that was 100% not the case. That's not. It's fine. You can't see me. It's fine. You still can't see me. I feel like I've also previously always used the explosives here. Because, you know, they set it up so neatly. But I feel like it's not that it's cheating. Because it's not. But I kind of just want to try, I want to do something else. As long as they don't try and throw a barrel at me. Which one of them does look like he's got his own. Oh no, he's got a bow. It's fine. It's fine. I can just manipulate time. Yep, okay. Oh, you didn't drop your stuff. Why didn't you drop your stuff, buddy? Oh, okay. Whoops. It's fine. You dropped the stuff. Now I take the stuff. It's fine. Whoops. I don't know why I'm saying whoops. Hey. Alright. There's geese there as well. So this is where you use the bow. Don't need to waste good bow on a geese. Whoops. Yeah, I got it that time. I remember being able to fuse geese wings in Tears of the Kingdom, and like they looked like something that could be like, it looked a little bit like an axe, but I feel like I always remember them being a little bit like, a bit of a non-event. I was like, great, I've got this thing that looks like an axe, but like it just wasn't very useful. So I feel like they did struggle to find a good use for some of the items, but maybe I'm just unaware. Oh, look, all these free arrows. There was, so on a slightly different topic, there was another place in Breath of the Wild where it nearly always rains, and there's a bokoblin camp. There was a bokoblin camp where they all had bomb arrows, but because it was always raining, when they would shoot the bomb arrows, they weren't lit, and so they basically behaved just like regular arrows. So there was a point where it's like you can kind of just hide out, not even hide out, just like stay far away from them and sort of like avoid getting hit by the bomb arrows and just pick them up, and you just get a whole bunch of bomb arrows for cheap, for free. But that was kind of like in a corner of the map. You have to be real keen, I guess, to do that. A singular spring. Yeah, I have been able to like deflect and like actually block the Guardian's things, but I always found the easiest, you just go around the back. It keeps the whole thing simple. And usually there's some scaly boys here. I ain't be using a good thing right now. Hey. I don't really need to pick up a little stuff either. But, you know, it's there, so you gotta pick it up. Alright, what does this look like? In the night. In the moonlight. It is a nice effect. It does work quite well. Alrighty. Alright, there we go. We saw it once. I've already got 3 Korok seeds. Gotta find out what to do with them. Alright, bombs. I was replaying a bit of A Link to the Past, which was the pixel art one Zelda on the Super Nintendo. And I guess it's also similar to like the original game. Like getting bombs was also not quite like this, obviously, but it was a bit of a, you get them close to the start of the game, you just pick them up, and once you have a bomb, you can just plant it, like place it down. Like wasn't such a big deal. It was just it's a bit like arrows. You just get them and then you can use them. But I feel like after that, I can't remember if it might have been in some of the other 2D games, but definitely by there we go. Whoops. I have forgotten the buttons. Throw. And then use. I remember now. Was a bit too busy talking. Square. Yes, it was always a big deal. They changed it to being that you had to have a bomb bag in order to actually pick up. Oh man. This is definitely the best thing from Tears of the Kingdom. You can just drop things and pick them up. They should port that feature back to this, really. Yeah, they made a big deal that you had to get a bomb bag, and then so even if you found bombs earlier for some reason, it was always a whoops. What? Even if you found bombs earlier, you couldn't pick them up, you couldn't use them. There were some that were like bombs that were in the wild, and they were bomb flowers, and then you could make use of those to, you know, access areas that needed bombs before you got your own. But like, if you were given bombs, you just couldn't use them. Which was always a little bit weird and a little bit arbitrary that they sort of gated when you could start using bombs to solve puzzles around the world. So I appreciate that, like, here it's like the bombs are magical. They're magic bombs. And there are no non-magic bombs other than other than bomb arrows? Unless I'm forgetting. Was there another way of doing Like explosive-y things. Explosive-y things that won't bomb arrows? I can't remember. I feel like it's been too long since I played Breath of the Wild. Alright. Let's get my health back from the old guy. Because I blew myself up, using the thing he gave me. We can probably skip it. We'll probably see it many more times. I've already seen it many more times because I've done all the shrines. Are you getting hungry? I'm starting to get hungry. Don't know when you're going to be watching this, but right now I'm getting hungry. And it is about lunchtime, so... we're only halfway through the plateau. I say this going... yeah, it is kind of long. But I do remember the Tears of the Kingdom introduction area is also quite long. I forgot about this chest. Is it this one? This t-shirt? This is the t-shirt. The Switch t-shirt. Because, you know... why not? It's an odd choice. Bits. No. I dispatched the bait. Alright. I don't want to deal with you. I just want to get there. Now, I know there's the whole log cutter... yeah, they forgot I was there. There's a whole log cutting part. But I think I'm going to take it a different way. I'm going to just cook some spicy peppers and then make my way over there. You know, I'm just going to go straight for it. So I always found that climbing up that cliff to get to it felt tedious. Even if realistically it's probably not any harder than, or it doesn't even take any longer than going around the other way, but yeah. Temple of Time. So you can get that soldier's bow that you get up there. You can get it just like right now. You know, a handy dandy shooter bow is good, but I can wait. I got patience. I mean, I'm an impatient person, but I can have patience. And also, there's a cooking pot over here, isn't there? Do like the moon. It was a full moon last night, which was pretty nice. We went out to dinner, drove back home, got to see the full moon. It's pretty good. Whoops. 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 Yeah, that's right. I'll switch back to the bed. Alright. What have I got? Whoop. You poke. There we go. It's gotta be patient. Let themselves reveal. Lower their defenses. And I've got so many spicy peppers. Oops. I guess I can use that, yeah. I guess I can use that too, but I wanted the torch. And my inventory's. Oh, you can't just drop from here. Well, that's just a more advanced drop. Okay. Steal your steak. Get your torch. Whoops. That's fine. That'll just add some extra flavor. Okay. There's not a lot really to cook with. And you don't need the mushrooms. But I mean, spicy mushrooms are very good. And, you know, the extra flavor from the barrel, that should add. I think that should add to it. let's make another one of those. Whoop. He's stoked. Let's do a big one. It's just all fussy. Because we'll want the extra time, I think. Alright. Easy. That barrel container thing? It contained a roasted bird drumstick. Not a burnt drumstick, which is surprising. Oh, that arm is still moving. That's weird. Let's see her. Oh, I do know. Well, cool. I do know of another fancy little secret on the other side behind that waterfall. But it's a real pain to get to from over here, so I think I'll just wait till I get Cryonis to get the secrets. Pretty sure there's like a nice sword behind there. But for now, I'm not going that way anyway. Oops. You run slow in snow. That makes sense. I don't think I need to go that far this way. Probably didn't even really need the cold resistance, but I had so many spicy peppers. Oh yes, the 3 AM sunrise. I forgot about that in Tears of the Breath of the Wild. Where am I going? Alright, I've got pins. We can climb this. It's fine. Yes, I always remember being very surprised by like, oh, it's morning, and then looking time. And like sometimes I wake up at 4 AM and all. Oh, I probably shouldn't have jumped. Oh no. Oh no. Jump. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, sometimes I wake up early. Definitely in summer, I guess this can happen. You wake up, see light coming in, and you're like, cool, must be time to get up, and it's like 5 AM and you're like, what? Yeah, just look into my unique life. It's so bright. It's 4:30. Why is it so bright? I guess I don't want to have it where the player's running around in darkness for like such a long time. Yeah, see? Why are you up? It's like daytime, isn't it? Alright, you have fun there with your sticks. Alright, let's see what's in here. Already forgot. Oh no, this must be stasis. Never mind. Bye. Since it's not in the snowy area, that checks out. Hey, look, stasis. In the old damn shrine. Can't skip this part. This part's important. You gotta see it. What do you think you'll have for lunch? I'll probably get a response at some point in the future, but right now I'm gonna have some leftovers. We made some chana, which is basically a chana curry, which is chickpeas. That was sort of sour using tamarind and other seasonings, and tomato. It's the wrong button. This one. No. Yeah, won't be a very heavy curry, which is nice. Yum. I don't even need stasis. It's fine. Hey. Oh. Yeah. They definitely. Remember I was talking about they should redo some things after they did Tears of the Kingdom? I think this is it. This is the thing they should bring back. I don't think anyone would complain about them updating all the games, just having it that you can just drop things when you open the chest. Was actual game changer. Also, I keep pressing the wrong button. What don't I need? Everything's so good. I do remember this was a very interesting. Whoop, that's a torch. Did I just hear a torch? Oh, that's the torch. Don't even need the sledgehammer. Hopefully I don't need that torch. Yeah, I remember being very curious about how they were going to use this mechanic for the rest of the game. And it's a bit of a shame that it doesn't get a whole lot of use. Definitely lots of revealing Koroks and like some hidden chests in the ground. But it would have been nice if there was like more things that could have been done with it. But that's okay. Not that big a deal. Don't miss the load times though. Load times on the PC were just that bit nicer. So get the whoops. Hey, look, a sledgehammer. Unused. Doesn't need a whole lot. Just need a little movement. Another bird. My inventory is not full. Now, if I could be bothered, I know that there are some special arrows down there. But turns out, I can't really be bothered. I've already got a few special arrows. I think we're just going to go to the snow and get ourselves some magic ice making powers. And let's switch back to just a simple rope climb, I think. Climb down, or I could do the opposite of climbing down and climb up. Just going for it. Oh, I'm not at the top. Oh, okay, it's fine. I was like, why am I going down? Those are some low flying birds. These are some low poly birds. See, it's just there. You can't even see the divine beast now. That's what I remember happening to me. I was just being wildly confused when it was the first time I played the game. They're like, how did I put a pin in the middle of the sky? What the hell was there? If I had... I might be able to. That's not that big a deal. If I had a Korok leaf, you can just blow that guy off. Just, poof, off the cliff. See you later. I guess before I get to the shrine, the smart thing would probably be to get the warm jumper. Don't know what a doublé is. Doublet. None of those words sound like the correct pronunciation. Aha. I got the same stick as you. Oh, I want it. It's fine, I got it. Never mind. Oh, mine didn't break. Well, now it can break. Do I want to pick up that stuff? No, I don't need to. You gotta go into the menu, and then you gotta go to Ross and pick up the right thing, and then you gotta watch the other thing fall. It's a good time. What was in here? Is there arrows? Rupees? Amber. Should have known. It's always amber. Always bet on amber. And if it's not amber, it's opals. Alright, my cold resistance has run out. Which means... time for some more. What kind of bird that is? I only had the camera. Gotta go unlock it. That was one thing that I never did finish in my original playthrough of the game, was unlocking the full Hyrule Compendium. Which probably would have been a little bit tedious, to be honest. But I feel like that was a nice aspect of the game. I enjoyed it. Just going around, just actually taking photos of things. That was one of my inspirations for Space Doggo, my pixel art, 2D pixel art game of taking photos of things. But then I didn't know how to make a whole game around it, because funnily enough, Breath of the Wild's whole game isn't that. It's just a part of it. Yeah, let's just go up the side. It's fine. I mean, there's a path right there, but there's a wall that I can climb right here. Oh no, oh no, it's fine. Hey! Oh ho, oh ho ho! Enjoy. Yep, breathtaking view. There's a pretty good view. Use your scope. Well, I know where it is. It's like it's right there. I can see it. Thanks for the doublet. Yeah, I know I can find this out. Let's use modern technology to find out how to say this. What?
Doublet.
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 Okay. A close-fitting jacket with or without sleeves, worn by European men from the late 1300s to around 1650.
Doublet.
Okay, fair enough. Doublet somehow... It always sounded wrong. I don't know why. But, I guess it wasn't wrong. Kind of felt a bit like when people see the word Bardot and they go, oh, Bardot. And you're just like, that's not how you say that. Felt the same where I was like, is it double? Which then also sounded wrong. Oops. Alright. Easy. Let's put this rock whilst we're here. I feel like I remember I used to be good enough so that I could just pick the right spot and just throw it. But I'm not that cocky. I'm not that overly confident. I don't take weird risks. Speaking of weird risks. Let's go. It's fine. Ooh. Camera's fighting me. Ah, wasn't that risky. Sure, there's another little special chest. There it is. Kind of forgot because I got the DLC so long ago. Kind of forgot that it was like one of the things it added was just a bunch of extra random chests on the starting plateau, which is a bit of a. I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's just kind of a bit random. Alright, well I've got my cold resistance. Don't need it, but it's nice to have. These magical appearing boulders. I could use a fancy iron. Whoops. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't have a thing. Oops. Sideways jump. There we go. There we go. No, come back on. I might need you. I can't remember if I do. I think there was upgrading things, right? Various upgraded stuff. And that included needing horns or something. Might have even been the Hylian outfit, I think. It's been a while. Let's have a look at this one. We can watch this one. This has got good, it's good weather. It's a good, nice day out. We can watch things turn from orange to blue and another thing to orange. Alright, nice. But we don't need to watch Link descend. More than a weapon. Metal weapons create sparks. That's true. Okay. Alright. I've definitely seen some people do some wacky things in order to like speed run through here. Like skipping right to the old man at the top. I've seen people do some wild speedrunning things for a lot of those shrines. Not that I will attempt to recreate any of that, because I'm nowhere near proficient enough at the game. I think I'm lucky just to do a good... I would be lucky just to do a good parry, let alone anything else. But it is fun to watch. Underfoot. Oop, and not under. This is the little guy where I'm like, oh, I want to parry. Oh, I didn't parry. See? Can't home. I didn't parry. Yeah. This is easier just to shoot it. This is another thing where I'm like, I kind of wish they'd done more with it. And again, I feel like they did a bit in Tears of the Kingdom. I feel like some of these things, obviously not ice making, that's not a feature. It wasn't a mechanic in the next game, but I do feel like there were some areas that did end up really making use of some obscure mechanics in Tears of the Kingdom. And in Breath of the Wild, they had all these features, and they just didn't get quite the use out of them that they could have. Again, not really complaining. The game is already quite big. We did it! We got all the spirit orbs! Cryonis. Cryonis. There we go. It's loading. Alright.
Ho!
Now the old man's gonna tell us an obscure way of finding this Temple of Time by telling us to make a cross between the towers, or no, the shrines. He's gonna tell me everything. But first, imagine an X with 4. I don't know why. It's like, I guess you can do these shrines in any order, but I feel like from most of them you can see the Temple of Time. And instead of him just pointing and being like, that place, that building, he's like, it felt like there was more to it. And I was kind of expecting that there would be other things going on. But instead it's just like, yeah, giving you an obtuse thing for what is ultimately a very simple riddle to solve. No. Why? Who made the ice so slippery? And why is it so slippery but I can just walk on it? Break these so that they're in the correct order. And alright. Now I still want to get those little fun things from underneath the waterfall. Ooh. How you get down? It's fine. It'll be fine. Good. Yep. We'll just ski down on our feet. Yeah, let's still get the things that are underneath the waterfall. These guys. Whoop. Oh, you played yourself there, little buddy. I remember needing you for upgrading the, well, I say this, either the snow quill armor from the Rito or for the fire. No, the fire armor was fire lizards. Whoops. Don't do it. No, he's gonna do it. Ooh. Alright, give me 1 each. Yeah, well, it must have been. It was for the firebreaker armor. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to deal with you and your weird red eyes. Ooh, another one. Let's just keep going. I said I would do this because I had Cryonis, but I also realized once you get around here, You don't need it anymore. There's a sword. A nicer sword. More fire arrows. There's so many of them kind of hidden around on the plateau, which is interesting. Ogres have been here. And then they put their stuff in a shiny box. Now, is it worth it to use Cryonis? Cryonis? Oh, went away. To get back. I guess it shouldn't take too long. Just make our way across a river of the opposite of lava. Easy peasy. Oh no. Not so easy. No. Could have been easier. Whoops. My microphone setup is a little precarious. Well then. X marks the spot for where I died, I guess. Not... No. I can't just teleport there, can I? We'll try again. Oh, no. Oh, we're off to a good start. Okay. Just gotta get into a reasonable rhythm. All of the distances in my jumping has been different. Oh god, oh god. It's fine. Patience. Patience. What was I just saying? Okay, we're almost there. Well, we're almost at the raft, which was already, like, you can't easily get to. I did always wonder if this raft was supposed to... what purpose this raft was supposed to form. Rather than going, now I can do this and save myself a little bit of effort. We're almost there. We're here. Oh, there's wood here. I forgot about this. There's a Korok leaf. But more importantly, there's some wood. Don't need the croc leaf anymore. Because we're almost at the temple. Oh. But yeah. Just whoa. I saw a butterfly just blip into existence in front of me. And we can also say hi to the goddess in all of her stony form. Hello. Yep. You can offer me great power. Always want that stamina. Because you always be running. I just found it a little bit odd how it kind of just appears. The camera moves up and it's just like, yep, there it is. I'm like, where did it, how did it pop in? It popped in by, you know, it appeared via camera trickery. Oh. He's so on edge about it. He's like, who said that? He's grumpy about it too. Alright. I can't remember if the first time I did this I did it with a ladder or if I found a different way up. It's fine. You can still climb even though your stamina's gone all the way down. Alrighty. I always wondered why it was like, this place, this ruined building is the place to say, here's a paraglider. Alright, I'm probably just gonna skip this part. Seen it too many times.
To no calamity.
True form. But we know is even truer form.
That princess was my own daughter.
The princess. Hi. Here's the paraglider. Did it. Right, now I have a paraglider. Cliffs will mean nothing. And Link will be unstoppable. Alright. In part 2, I will destroy Ganon, I guess. No, I'm not going to do that. That's speedrun and talk. And I am not that speedy. But I don't want to leave it here. Nah. Got to at least use the paraglider. There's no tooling to push me around, which that was nice. Is this faster than Tears of the Kingdom to go sideways? They surely wouldn't have changed that. This just maybe just feels faster because I haven't done it in so long. And it feels faster because I've been stuck without it for the start of the game. Yeah, I feel like I gotta get the title screen of Hyrule Kingdom. I'll go down here, but I think I'll head for one of the stables first, before even getting to Dueling Peaks, so that I can have a horse. Yo! Hyrule Kingdom. It's a pretty good review. I like it. I'm a fan. I think this game's going to do well. Alrighty. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one, Mum. It was a little bit rambly, but are they all not rambly? I think they're all rambly. They might all be rambly. I think that's entirely the point of these videos. Is to ramble. Okay. Snip, snip. Did it. Yeah, I think they're all pretty rambly, but I think that's entirely the point of these videos, and so I thought maybe you want some more rambles. It's been years since I rambled. Not to Pri, not to my wife. She hears me ramble all the time, and I always thank her for listening to my rambles. Anyway, hope you're having a good day, Mum. See you in the next one. Love you.